I was quite serious when I said I was tired from today's parents teacher meeting. So if you wonder why I sound like this, it's actually because I took a nap. Yeah, I just straight up took a nap, and I am just so freaking tired, man. But as promised, I am here to try and write a story, and yes, I do understand. It's a little bit weird that I'm writing on low energy and just how do you say it? Yeah, trying to write a story when I'm somewhat quite low energy seems kind of counterproductive and probably raises the question, hey Dylus, why don't you just cancel the stream or just sleep more? And the answer is I've done this too many times and I have how do you say this really? I have a debt to honor, especially when it comes to all of the sorry, that was around to the father came around to deliver new pants, and that new pants is for my trip tomorrow to another place. I will not explain where, I will not explain how. It's just Chinese New Year. Okay, I already said Chinese New Year before already. But yeah, I just hope you guys are doing well so far, and honestly, I'm just I see my friends asking me to play D&D, and I feel kind of bad because I came here. Don't think I had time to even start. They asked me like halfway through my private meetings. No, I don't have a private meeting, for God's sake. Okay, I'm gonna quickly go back to the writing section so at least we have something to talk to rather than just loading screen. So yeah, hi everyone, it's me. Yeah, the cup seems to be much bigger than my head today for some reason. I mean, maybe it will help if I make myself kind of bigger. I don't know how to say this. Yeah. I'm. You can see whenever I'm sleepy, I get real silly. So, just hang in there. Trust me, I have a plan. My brain is processing things right now, especially for this particular story that I want to do. But anyway, before we discuss the story, I do want to discuss at least the what's it called, the thing I feel bad about D&D for is cause yeah, it's just kind of the fact that I am writing and not writing. I'm just doing like schoolwork as well as just coming back at pretty late times. Makes me feel bad that I just can't regularly attend my D&D sessions. I have attended one last week, and then this week I don't think I have time to do any of those because one, I need to work. Two, I'm just tired, and three, I can find time, but this actual few days I really cannot. So parents teacher meeting, yes, today was actually pretty nice actually because the parents teacher meeting was rather mellow. I think tomorrow might be a little bit crazy, but who knows? I don't know. But most of the parents today did seem very nice about the kids and their results, even though some of them got pretty low results. But they would just say, okay, what can I do to help my child to improve their marks, and not like, why are you just not doing this and that and this and that. But there was one person who did suggest what they can do, and they were just pretty reasonable about it. So I'm mostly happy that there was no horror stories today, and time passed by so quickly because by the time we realized that time was up, it was already 4 o'clock. Yeah, 4:30. Not bad. So yes. Now that is all the way out, I will talk about my parents teacher meeting a bit more in the details, but I can't really go on in details because otherwise that'll be bad. Not bad. That'll be how do you say this really? That would be breaching the privacy of everyone involved. So yeah, you may have seen me write Coward's Bay before. It's probably not something that is alien to anybody. I've been talking about writing a Gundam story for a long time, but just let you have a rundown of it already. I had to expand so much just to get everything out of the way. So first of all, let's just take a look. Let's just quickly look through all of this. And if you're interested, this is on my Discord as well. So right now I'm working on chapter 2. The prologue is done. No, the prologue is somewhat done. I think I can always go back to it and I was it called already. I can somewhat go and change this back, but the opening was mostly inspired by the Gundam Hathaway's play. This whole story is actually just Levchenko. Yes, he's Russian. Yes, he's definitely Russian. Hello, Adrian. Yes, this whole story is actually just straight up based on Hathaway's Flash, that story of someone disgruntled fighting against the Federation. Except instead of being former Federation, it's actually just straight up Zeon. And there is no Zeon sympathy because the Zeon pilot left Kravchenko. Yeah, I was thinking of Kravchenko when I thought. Every time I look at Anton, I think of thinking of Kravchenko. Yes. But chapter 1 is done, and it ends on a cliffhanger because it's a flashback. Prologue is also done based on the Hathaway's Flash. What we're gonna do today is just a chapter 2 that takes place in the modern day, and it's a little bit quick. I believe the pacing is pretty quick, but I want to just make sure the story goes along too far and it kind of captures the main character's, I don't know how you say, practical mindset. Because usually if you ask me, I would like to include a lot of details, but was it called already that I try not to do that for this time around, just to ensure that, you know, it goes on smoothly. Because the problem with pacing in my usual stuff is that it can take a long time to get to one event, and then after that suddenly it's very quickly going to a battle. So this time around, why not just establish the pace and just make the pace a little faster than usual. That make me. But okay, so Captain Anton, I will start with the character Captain Anton, former Zeon Commando, blah blah blah, all this, and his final mission was Offense Delta, which was a, how to say, Operation Paperclip style betrayal, in that in order to appease their other side, the Federation, what's it called already, the commanders in charge of the operation decided to sacrifice some of their elite troops in order to tell them, yes, we are being legit, we're going to tell you the information of an actual operation designed to stop your research operations. We'll tell you in exact detail, and in exchange there is safe passage and amnesty as well as diplomatic immunity. However, that did not came true because Levchenko is there and he killed everyone. He killed everyone involved at the meeting because he found out where they were, was very fucking pissed. And yes, I won't spoil too much of the story, but at the end he put everyone in the ground with a giant shotgun, and his suit right now looks like this. And I think I shared this in a Discord call before, but this is a screenshot from Gundam Breaker 4 where I did a mock-up of how Levchenko's camphor would look like in this current age and era. To be fair, there is not a whole lot I can do in terms of realistic modeling for his suit. And the camphor itself is a rather unique suit where it has a unique leg joint, it has unique bodies. It's the typical Zeon Wonder Wolf fancy looking stuff. So adding new parts in order to signify that it was an old aging suit was not particularly easy. But so far it seems like it's okay, and as you can see here, it's mostly just a straight up camphor. Unfortunately, it's losing one of its bazookas, so in the game we can't actually use them. But hey, I don't really mind about missing game features. But the bazooka is actually functional in the story itself, and you'll probably see it probably write it down later on when he ever uses it again. No leg stormfaucers, those have been used. So there are actually stolen grenades and an arm launcher. It's a multi-purpose launcher. It can launch whatever. It can launch decoys, it can launch bird shot, or it can launch just missiles straight out. It has a repurposed beam machine gun that's kind of cobbled together, but in this picture it's represented by the Jack Doga's assault rifle because it looked the most gorilla-ish. I went for that gorilla-ish look for it. And the two parts that it has that are completely replaced is a Jigen backpack. In order to I think Jigen backpack, I will take this specifically from CCA because that seems like the easiest way to that seems like the easiest way to justify a missing G-gun without going into the specifics of the Unicorn era. So CCA G-gun and a GM Striker, which I've always wanted to have as its arm for a very long time because of how I liked its ablative armoring. If I could add ablative armoring to this picture, this mech, it would actually be completely perfect because I really want to nail down that this heavy look. Like, this machine has been through shit. And the weathering actually does a really good job at doing this. And I made it clear that this suit is Frankenstein. And it kind of looks okay, actually. Because the distinctiveness of the striker arm and the Jagan pack pad really just tells you, yeah, this man has no time to paint. And this man is literally only doing this. And the fact is, I want to see whether I can tie chapter 2 in to the fact that he actually uses whatever resources he have in day drop and some connections in order to help maintain his suit without anyone knowing. But yeah, it's straight up from a GM ground type. So your protagonist for this story, my protagonist for this story, is working off some really wonky one-year war, mostly 1 year war mixed with post what's it called, CCA, as well as Zeta. I wouldn't say Zeta material. You know what? I'll just say Zeta material. So yes, there, very cool girl as well. And I will not go into details because I don't want to spoil this too much. But as you can see, there's a lot of events I need to put down. There's a lot of events I need to put down, first of all, mercenaries, because if I don't get these down, I don't know the exact plot of how the story will go. And for the longest time, I think that's been always consistently my problem. I put too much details in outlines or too little details in outline. So I decided, you know what? I'll just make something called critical events. Whatever it is, I'll just string them along and try to figure out what on earth is going on already. So as you can see here, there's a list of different things that I have put together as well. Festival's date seems was going to be an interesting one to supply. Now obviously it's going to be more of a guerrilla, it's going to be more of a guerrilla styled novel where there won't be a centralized like location like how in the Gundam series they usually have a white base or a ship or a operating base, whatnot. They have to constantly be on the move, and it kind of puts them at risk. Even compared to Hathaway's Flash, where they had access to what I think was a part of a colony drop in order to for Mafti to stage the the hijacking of the capsule with Sea Gundam. This one is just straight up, they don't have any resource. They don't have that much resources. They're not sponsored by Anaheim, and I have to make this very clear. They're fighting Anaheim, so they don't have all the resources, and they're traveling around Southeast Asia in order to keep the Federation off the trail. So you see them shift from Malaysia to Indonesia to Philippines to not Singapore. The Singapore is going to be the most important one as well. What else is it really? So Thailand. You'll see them move around, maybe to parts of India as well, just to keep the Federation off the trail. So I thought that would be interesting as well. Story, there is still chapter planning as well, but I haven't been looking forward for this because I find this the most tedious part, because putting all these story ideas is, yeah, I know. When it comes to writing, I'm a teacher, and I usually like to encourage my students to write their outlines. But for me, personally, and I'm going against all of my advice, I find this quite troublesome. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Probably I will do this down the line, but I would like to at least keep this on the side as well. So this story has strong ties with this story has strong ties to a lot of the materials in Gundam so far. We have Mars Xeon here, so there's connection to F90FF. In fact, the camphor you see here, I wanted it to be like a pseudo RF camphor before it even existed, and I wanted it to tie in with like a scene after that where someone gives a suggestion on how to upgrade like the Oldsmobile army suits, and they look at the camphor, and then one of the characters involved with maybe the bad guy is involved with the plot actually goes back and said, you know, I used to know a fellow who flew a camphor well. He was a pain in the ass, did not get the job done. He was very unwilling, but he was quite tricky, made for a good fight. So I was thinking we could implement his upgrades into the RF camphor suit. And you know what, there you go. That's when the RF camphor is born. I'll show you what the RF camphor looks like. There you go. Yeah, this is just the RF camphor. It straight up just looks like a normal camphor, but except now it's powered like a Jackdoga as well. You can see I tried to mimic this in the way that how's it, the Freikugel actually does it as well, from the arm missiles and a little bit from the shield placement as well. But other than that, it's, yeah, this is just mostly the same. Really wish this was a suit. I really wanna use this suit, man, because it's so cool. But yes, what else do we have? We don't have anything else. There's a lot that'll be different as well, and the suits as well. I don't think they're all too important right now, but I will try and involve a lot of suits from, how do you say this? From Zeta all the way to Unicorn, with a dash of Hathaway's Flash and some prototypes from the MSV stuff. But I'll try not to make them too confused. If anything, I'll probably just stick to basic things like Marasai's, Hyzax, Zaku's, and then the occasional the G-Guns. No, Jestas are completely uninvolved because they're not too. Maybe at the end there'll be Jestas as well. The main bad guy suit is a bit of a vague one. It's this thing. Let me see if I can put up mass production Zeta. What's it called? The main bad guy suit is a modified version of the mass-produced Zeta Gundam. So it is more of a fascinating suit because the bad guy is there's two bad guys in the story. I would say bad guys because I feel like it's the most interesting one so far. There are two villains. You know what? I'll just be more appropriate, chat. Is villains better? I think villains is much better. But yes, the thing with the mass production type Z Gundam for this particular person was that they modified it to make it look like an actual Gundam. When it's not a Gundam, it's scaled down, so it's really just to put into perspective, like, put into perspective that seriously, just this whole story, the, how do you say it? It's better between modified grunt suits just upgrade it consistently to just somewhat become on par with a Gundam, but never be on par with a Gundam. Also, why is this in Thai? Oh, this is the one with the Delta Kai. So, yeah, there's a lot of interesting things going on in terms of mechanics and whatnot. But the most important thing right now is I can't be talking about mechanics, chat, because I need to write. Oh my goodness. So right now I'm just here talking about a meeting, so I may just stop the yapping now and just try and get to work. But as I said, I am still trying to wake up, so it's kind of tough actually. Usually about 5 minutes from this place. Hidden near relatively hidden by shops and housing units. I think I'll just start it off with some details like this. Like, I don't think I wanna. There was this. There wouldn't only be a contract, but the arts was whispered. Gracious. It was the first part that would be pinged. Okay, I think I believe here. What's it called? I think we can be a bit more fanciful with this one. The part after the salvage. Whether the whether the ready. By quickly Stretch on like an align. Around his head. Then pulled it and bounced around his head. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to improve this part. Okay, figure out something as well. I think this right. This side wasn't the most interesting. A former battlefield between Titans and UAG personnel with some kind of semi-important prototype suit. What is it? Prototype or something? I don't want to see whether I can make this a reference to any of the Gundam media. There was this thing. I don't even know if this is canon. Engage Gundam. I don't know if this is canon. Yeah, there's this thing as well. It's just kind of weird. I don't know if it's canon. So, yeah, I guess what I can do is I can reference this suit and just pretend like it existed somewhat or something else. I don't really know. Where is it really? Engage 0. Yeah, I can see Engage 0 here. 0. It's a lot of this as well. You can see a lot of different things as well. Experimental side combo machine. It's a lot of different things, but if I can reference another pass with some kind of with the usual, what's it called, focus, so in the middle of the carcasses. But it was the last thing we got it there. And Anaheim usually kept their reasons just out of sight and mind for the working man. Efficiently. Okay, there you go. I think this works. It's just a small little sentence that said it was a formal battlefield between Titans AEG personnel with the usual focus to in the middle of the carcass. With the usual wait, do I make an oxymoron and say usual unusual mobile suit in the middle of the carcasses there? Anaheim usually kept the reasons just out of sight and mind for the working man so long as the job was done efficiently. It was the last statement they got him more. Word him more. Yeah, there you go. That works better. Okay. Something else. Right. So there was one more thing as well. He needed to bend down. A moment to glimpse at a shade, at something darkened underneath the top side. He needed only a moment. Okay, my spelling my spelling exploded. Oh, what happened? I meant to write only a moment to glimpse. To bend, to kneel. To finally reassured stops. The rugged topside crafted by Someone long gone. The rugged scout topside to primary to firmly reassure his thoughts about the house. There's no reassured smile as he left. Okay, hey, that's it. Nothing else. Okay, no more reworking. We need to keep moving forward. Okay, then we'll continue the passage. As usual. So the part. It was the first part that would be a pain to deal with. Battlefield salvage is not a job that was easy or job that was glamorous or easy. In fact, it was one where it was one that's easy beneath the ongoings of terrorist attacks, manhunter deployments. Okay, you know what? Counter-terrorism operations and overall movements. Federation task of recycling mobile suits rarely made it to news. Sure, a fractured reactor leaking. Okay, the one thing I want to know about Battlefield Salvage is Arminovsky, what's it called? Minovsky reactors, are they radioactive? Okay, so let's see here. So I want to know if there is a possibility of a radiation, what's it called? If there's a radiation leak for a Minovsky generator as well. Let's see here, generator, there it is. Abundant supply of electricity as well. Mobile suit thermonuclear reactor. I think after a while they stopped being. What was it called already? They stopped being thermonuclear, right? Or do they become something else as well? Let me just see here. Yeah, this one, ultra compact fusion reactor as well. Okay, field power system. Active attitude control as possible. Unlimited. I just need to see how this. I keep going back to this, trying to figure out what on earth this is, but it's a little bit strange for me because I can't really formalize it, not gonna lie. So let me just see here. What the hell is a Mother Vanguard? Oh, it's a pirate ship. Okay, let me just see here as well. Let me just see here. Breaker as well. Okay. Must be flight system. So it's a bit complicated, especially when you get into like the technical terms of like a science fiction world, because they have unique applications of how these are used, and usually when it comes to how to actually write them, it depends on your understanding of how this would technically work in the universe, because they can usually just be this like explanation, like, oh yeah, it works exactly how I want it to work. And I try not to do this so that at least it's kind of straightforward, but I don't really know how it is as well. So it's what is it? The superficial design was only a phase as large as an equivalently powerful Minovsky ionesco reactor, allowing the reactor to be mounted within the mobile suit instead of an external backpack. For this reason, it was adopted for use on mobile suits as a standard power plant as well. Muffers. Sure. Okay, let me fractured muffer. The shortened acronym for the beating hearts of these weapons of war. The fractured mover, and let me see if there's anything else. So you got reactor mover and leaving a crew of poisoned illegals trying to make a living might pop into the news time to time. Mostly though, these people die quietly trying to, from time to time. Mostly though, these people try quietly. His job had the same dangers, the technicality of being cheaply insured by the kind. He got cheaply insured through libel. Is it libel? Is it? What is libel again? I need to figure out. Not libel. Through printed statements, and what's it called? Credits. It was, however, necessary for the complex net backed up the power of the Federation without a real enemy to challenge them. It was easier to turn a broken limb into a working one rather than to illegal scrappers. Just poisoned. It's like irrecoverably, right? Irrecoverably poisoned. Mostly though, these people died quietly and open. Tattered sheets. It's not dangerous technicality. Of being cheaply or being insured through dozens of repeated cheap credit. That's not necessary for the people. Manufacturing new suits was an expensive trade. Brand new Jigen, very the current gen mobile suit used practically everywhere could easily cost about expensive trade. Brand new Jigen. Okay, actually I'm curious now. Now it's time for me to actually do fact check because I want to know how much a Jigen costs. It's a Jigen Blastmaster. Is there a cost for this? There is no cost for this. Okay. Rocket thrusters. Shot lances to every machine gun. Appearances. Yeah, there's not exactly a whole lot of this. Let me see what else is there. KF90. Where was it? Was there more of the Jigen as well? A couple of Jigens. Burning type as well. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else about the Jigens as well. I'm sure there's more to the Jigens. They were eventually like supplemented by another one. What the hell is this? What is this? Oh, wow, I did not expect a very fancy looking thing as well, but damn. That looks completely strange. What on earth? What is this thing? I've never seen this thing before. So it's completely new. Okay, I've never seen this suit before. What the hell? It looks so strange compared to the normal Jigen on God. Okay, I think I have a new prototype suit to use. Beam saber, hand grenades, beam rifle, super mount. I've never seen this suit before. I've never seen this version of the suit before, and it just looks kind of strange. Not gonna lie. And you know what? I guess that's okay because Jigens are generally quite cool to look at, but just don't know how. I just don't know how the suit is the same as this suit. I still don't get what is High Streamer. Is it like a Belter Chica? Is it another version of Belter Chica's children or what? Okay. Read the High Streamer as well. It's a novel written by Tomino. It's Tomino? Is this the original Cha's counterattack? No fucking way. New novel based on his rejected movie plot. So this must be the original one as well. So what? I'm so confused. What is this? Yeah, they have the Jeddah here. So the Jeddah was the one, or was it original from Tomino as well? Okay, so this is the original one. And what else? What else is new? Oh, this is where the Sazabi test counter type. Yeah, High Streamer. Yeah, okay. So I get it now. This is where it all comes from. There's an Azeru is here. Okay, it all makes sense. Okay, now everything is clear. I just got really confused when I saw that Jigen and I got so confused. What on earth am I looking at, man? Because this thing looks nothing like the Jigen that I've grown to be used to, and it's just so weird. This one is normal. This one looks like it actually is a normal suit. Okay, so let me see what else is there. Okay, this is the F91 version. Is there any monies for this one? There's a space colony as well. Second beam right, new twin grenade launchers. Okay. Heart rate. One while she go for activity on. Jigen Fireball. Yeah, this is the suit I want to like talk about as well, so we'll just see what else there is. It looks fascinating as well. Just going through the references and just seeing all of the different elements for this one. Especially when you just realize, oh yeah, the Jigens are just terribly outclassed at this era already. Dagi Iris. Anything else? Oh, there was a version for this for the F91. Okay. Alright, so it looks cooler. Much cooler, actually. Okay, so I'll just leave it be. Jigen could easily cost. The fact that never left the back. Never left the back of Anton's mind despite leaving those days behind. Or maybe I can just say, but nah, this will be fine. But draft as well. through rough guessing, he estimated that brand new Jagan, the current mobile suit, mainstay Womb Federation, easy cost as much as a dozen Zakos. Why go through that pain though, when you can easy task others? Sheer amount of features in such. Why go through such the hassle? Where's the hassle? It was much easier to acquire them on the grave. Let's acquire the hanging parts. What's it called? The mangled. All mangled parts. Compatible units. Refurbish until they could pass off as factory new. She's now buying a puzzle compatible units. There was enough casualties from grips of previous wars to keep us down by just never escaped him. Okay, there you go. I think that should be fine. Where needed. Was there any however up here? Let me see how many howevers did I write. Okay. I'll try and cut down the amount of. Yeah, there you go. See, however, it's. Never needed to be provided by the Federation. Anton was fortunate to land a job at Mirza's, this Mirza's salvaging crew. Compared to his previous few workplaces, they were actually official contractors with an idea of how to safely disassemble suits for the components and reactors. An idea, however, as Mirza was 3 years on the job. As 3 years on the job, shown that there were a few places they could meet. These units tended to be far and few, always staffed and never seemed always staffed with new and old blood. The rest all working illegally. Even then, an idea was the best Mirza could do before Anton came along. Stories of a ruptured moofer, simply recalling the story of a ruptured moofer. Bus station. So the moofer actually, I think I should I? Okay, you know what? You know what? I'll just leave it as moofer. At least it's defined as a it's defined as an acronym. So if I leave it as this, then it should be fine as well. So we've got a story of a ruptured moofer. So what is it called? Okay, I want to suit that. I want to suit that happened after Zeta as well. Something that happened in Zeta. Is it up here? We need more generation. Rick Diaz, DJ, and the march. Ugh. Okay, much better. Alright, let me see. Anything else here? Says flexibility, blah blah blah. King Wakanda tree. 4. What level is this? Oh yeah, this is Charles' unit. Where else can I find more? Where else can I find more materials on the Zeta mechanics as well? Is there anything here? There's Tank 1, GM Type C, GM Custom, GM 2, Mobile Suit Titans, Dowas, Rigelgu, Gabaldi. I'll try to look these suits up just to see. Gelgoogs. What's it called? Explosion. There's a hole. Experience. That's a level hole somewhere near. Do we want to go to Terengganu? Where do we want the suit to explode in Malaysia? I don't think this is an ideal question to ask, but let me just see here. Where would be the best place that could be a mobile suit battle? Maybe just move it up here. Somewhere in Thailand. You know what? Thailand? Would Thailand be okay? Or would it be in... Where do we want the mobile suit to explode? Thailand. Yeah, you know what? Thailand. Or... you know what? Indonesia. Nameless hole in Indonesia. station. Immediately gave him skill a good shock. What do they call a good shock? It dissipated. At least for now, he was able to pilot. Okay. So now he was raising Anaheim was here. Hey, oh hey Bluebin. Is that Anaheim was here? Could probably make shot. Oh, completely. Once he joined the auto stream, is chillaxing. Yes, we're chillaxing. I'm trying to figure out like all the mobile suits, mechanics of the mobile suits themselves, because I always see the problem of ruptured mobile suits as well, where what's it called, ruptured mobile suits as well, where there's always explosions in space colonies. So I'm just trying to figure out whether they actually will give you radiation poisoning if they leaked out like a normal Chernobyl casting. So let me just see here. Criterion Lee underneath data sheets as well. Usually cost as more. Cost as much. Which might go to hassle though. It's much easier to acquire old mango. Are they powered by plasma something? No, they're powered by something called Minovsky. No, what's it? Yes, this one. Minovsky Ultra Compact Fusion Reactors as well. So they're here as well. Black Box. What's it called? Classical and normal. Okay, where is it already? There's this whole technique as well. Rare isotope of helium. Helium-3, blah blah blah. Seems near Jupiter. Where is it already? It's I feel here. There you go. The Muffer here, it does say they're done with radiation. Are they done with radiation? Because it still says here, this improved version of the Ionesco reactor uses an IFIL to confine and compress the reactor fuel. So I imagine if the reactors are offline, they no longer have an IFIL to contain them, and the fusion reaction, it leads the reactor fuel to be able to leak out. So if that reactor fuel is sufficiently triggered by an explosion or improper handling, I would imagine it would explode like a normal suit as well. The reason why the beam rifle actually detonates them is because, well, it's a beam weapon, so it will shoot through, hit the reactor, and explode. And that thing is quite big as well. But yeah, I believe this would be, I believe it will be pretty reasonable to make that assumption as well, because otherwise ruptured Xeon Mover. No explosion and live anymore. Gave him good shock. Once he joined, the accidents window. Mirza's words came to mind. Who knew getting from a former mobile pilot was the key to our success? And you guys, if he hadn't came along, Anaheim wouldn't have picked this up. The praise felt sickening. Instead of milling about it. Anton shook his head and focused on a new thing that crossed his vision. It was a small, diminutive, golden brown. What stray cats, right? Okay, I'm gonna look up a picture of stray cats, and I hope this does not. I hope this does not like bring in like a different one as well, right? There you go, stray cat as well. Feral cat. Okay, take my cat as well. Stray cat. Small, demi. Thing. Is this volume too low? I feel like the volume is a bit too low. I'll just increase the volume a little bit more. I don't really know how long the stream is gonna go for, but hopefully it goes on pretty well. Oh, oh, we're talking about toxic people. Okay, what else already? Let's see. Body reactive coding. Churning. That lasted briefly. That lasted just long enough for him to get the middle. Around, he chose to focus. He chose to focus on the sound and eventually sight of something nearby. Okay, what would be a nice Russian name for a cat? Russian cat names. Yeah. Russian cat names. Russian cat names. Igor. Why do I have to look up names? You know what? I'll just call him. Something. The darkness replied. Almost scratchy. Now he stopped in his tracks. Scratchy meow. Actually, this is kind of a funny line. I'm thinking about it. The darkness replied with a meow. Oh man, the cat. The darkness is now a cat. Stopping tracks. His boots were immediately accosted by a curling tail that had emerged from a nearby garbage. A brown coated cat looked at him. cool. Cat music, it turns into freaking Predator. I thought it's supposed to be random. Why did we go to Predator? Dang. Okay, I'll switch to this. There you go. No, this sounds better. Just imagine to hear the Predator clicking as well. I think so far it seems to be. How do you guys think about the flow of the story so far? It seems a bit hard to read on stream because I guess it's a bit hard to zoom in. But I hope the story does seem like it's not being too technical about it, because when it comes to mobile suits, you do have to be. It was hard to make a cat look sad. Outside of being it was hard to make a cat. I think it was easy to make a cat look sad. It's a reminder that still had some kind, still some kind of soul backing. The sound of purring. It was a reminder for himself that there was something inside him still kicking. Whether it kicked for a reason nowadays, it's another problem entirely. For a good reason nowadays was another problem entirely. So this one, I think this should help point out the fact that he is actually just kind of, how do you say it really? He is just kind of doing, he's just kind of going along with life. As if really used to be much smaller, almost the size of his massive. But now they were almost as big as they too crowded. Tiny meows. I think a kind because animalistic history. Not one to usually cause a scene. Cause a scene. And on move to this. Uncle's photo show. How is it? I want to say life. I'll just write the life full. The kittens. Even him meowing was still wasn't bus stop. Bus stop. Morning. The dawn birds are starting to sing. Seeing his friend, seeing Yosley sitting. Only unbroken area. I think this actually does well. Now that I think about it, usually when I do dialogue, it's rather long. I guess dialogue pushes movie, but I do want to classify Anton as somewhat shell shocked as well. So I feel like it's pretty good as well. So let's see what it is. I like how I'm just looking here and I just see like the fact that I changed this guy sniper. What's it called? Sniper, and then I changed his sniper role into just like somewhat mix of a sniper and then close range as well with the GM Quell. So I find it kind of fascinating. Also, please don't mind Hitler Youth, because that's actually the intended effect I want to have with this character, to really sell you the fact that whatever Xeon does to ensure support, some people can be decent, like the Eurocon with the crew of the Garand series, but then there are just other people who go on this like wow, like it's either us or them kind of thing. So I'm gonna gag. Yes, there's gonna be a Zeta plus A1, and I'm just gonna do a dogfight scene, so it's really good. It's gonna be interesting, that's for sure. 'Anything else? It's okay. There's nothing else so far. It's just boots. Okay, I think so far this is good. I want to see how many words this is. At least just to get just to see how many there are. Okay, 2,000 words. This one was rather short as well. $3,001 chapter. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, you guys can read this. This is mostly complete, but it's still a draft as well. So you guys can read this one and just check it out to see it. Expected handmade, so comfortable on the bench. Only bench, not covered. On the side. Catch lean near against no nose and I'm late. I'm late. If I'm late, does it really? I'm late. I want to make some joke, but this won't make sense. Flash. Let's his teeth. Into place. Plenty more friendly. It was friendly. It was friendlier. If you have 5 minutes, you have 5 minutes. Has your I'm late. You must still be midnight. I still don't get this. How do I phrase this better? Listeners, you can try me as well. I feel like I can definitely word this better. If I'm ever late, wasted no time in immediately looking towards the crutch question. Is it called the Xeon Ground Forces or is it just the Xeon Navy? Is it Xeon Navy? Let me just check it up again. Is it Xeon Navy? Xeon Navy. Does it actually have a navy, or is it just called the Xeon Army? Okay, let me just see here as well. That Xeon Space Attack Force. ZAF. Okay, ZAF. Yeah, I'll just say navy. It's easier for me, and probably the Earthlings. Keep my wingman safe. This tone here was important to note. Navy material as well. Yosni's tone seemed rather sarcastic on paper, but it was genuine. But it was genuine thankfulness that came from the young man's aged man. He was though similarly aged to similarly aged to Tom. He was free of much of the scars that dominated the other man's, replaced by the working class mindset that simply sought to survive in what was left of Malaysia. There were never any philosophical discussions between him and especially in regards to his inevitability. Only concerns of how to survive until his next payday. Having someone who can back him up Ernest one that easily something he The perfect button. Okay, I think that should be it. Let me see if there's anything else. In class mentality, hit right corner. feather. strap to push. Being sent. there was I had a base. Well, I was thinking of the nearby Xeon base, but I forgot what it was called. Was it here, Commodore? No, it's not the Commodore. Where is it really? The black boots marching on the tarmac. Shield of jeans patrolling the compound. That base. The actual place is too far away. The imagery of one of these teams What was the one? That was a name for the one. That's like I think the name is Man's getting its words and say he's more of a drill sergeant. Double soul says Measures had been eccentric enough to transport her mobile suit. The gaze of the GM. That's it. Where the history of the world and the history of Federation is always on display. This idea actually does sound novel, just like a mobile suit part that was just like part of the village, as big as building as well, so it's just kind of there. Same man. While still shrouded, specifics unknown by the past. Was practicing politeness. What do you say? He they were people. I feel like I'm being too technical here, but hey, I think it's fine. Hey, I think this sounds like a good character. Yeah, I'm starting to like really think about. Yeah, 3,000 words. That's okay. think the dialogue so far seems pretty natural, but I don't know. I don't know what a natural dialogue feels like with A. This is okay. I want to do one last check and see how many times I've used however. Yeah, there you go. Because I have a problem using this word in that I have a problem where I use it quite a lot as well, so I'm trying to see what I can cut down the usage of these transition phrases at least. Well, unless I can get it over. So that was something. This team. I think it should be done. I think however it's done. I think this is a pretty good chapter so far. We haven't gone to Encha Ezrin, but that'll be for later on. So with that, I think that's enough for today's stream. It is 2 hours, sharp 2 hours. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream so far, and I hope you guys, enjoyed the stream. This is one of those rare times where I really just get to just write as all. So it's just nice to just sit down and do nothing. Do writing. I wouldn't say do nothing, just do writing in general. So yeah, that'll be all. Now next chapter I can actually move on. Otherwise it'll be just a salvation, and after that it'll be something else. So with that, mercenaries, thank you so much for coming to the stream, and as always, it will be a day I have no more streams, and as an announcement, there will be no streams for next week because I'll be back only on Saturday. Yes, I'm gonna be there for the entire week. I'm gonna be there at my for Chinese New Year on the other place. So it will be long. It'll take a long while. So I'll miss you guys. But if you know about what's it called already? If you know about Girls Frontline 2, I'll still be active there, so I won't be completely gone. Right? So thank you, mercenaries, for coming to the stream, and as always, glory be a day. Have a good one, and good night to everyone. Bye bye. Bye. Oh, Omega, you came late. No, the stream's ending. No.